Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
People smuggling across the Channel, migrants attacking women in dark alleys, all designed to fuel fears about immigration, perhaps the defining issue of the EU referendum. Tonight, this programme reveals disturbing new evidence of fakery, produced for Arron Banks' LeaveEU and pumped out on social media in the run-up to the vote in 2016. And at the very heart of it, a secretive security company owned by Arron Banks. As part of our ongoing investigation into Britain's biggest political donor, Fatima Manji has this exclusive report.
June 10th, 2016, 2 weeks before the referendum, and two white women are photographed talking to a group of black men in North London. At 10:48, according to these photos, one of these women appears to have been violently attacked in a dark alley. But are these pictures real?
They appear to have been staged here in Wood Green in North London by a team working for Arron Banks and his LeaveEU campaign. The aim, presumably, to stir up anxiety about immigration in the run-up to the referendum vote.
10 minutes later, photos appear to capture the women again, this time entering a shop close by, just as a man in what appears to be the same jacket and white hoodie seems to be grabbing one of them. The Met Police have no report of either incident, and you can even see the supposed attacker is a white man and not one of the black men from earlier. The photos are sent to the LeaveEU campaign by this man, Jonathan Pollen. He claims to be a member of the SAS Reserve Regiment. He works for Arron Banks' private security company called Precision Risk and Intelligence. Then Andy Wigmore, Arron Banks' spin doctor, emails his team.
Migrants beating up girl in Tottenham on Saturday. Can we get this ready to go as a press release?
A LeaveEU colleague replies,
"What do you want us to do with these? By all accounts, Leave is polling well, and this could rock the boat with moderate swing voters."
In the end, they didn't publish these photos, but they literally rocked the boat with this video. It's an operation apparently demonstrating how easy it is for people smugglers to get migrants into Britain, and it went viral.
So we've reached the RV here at Gravelines in France. In a moment, my three would-be refugees, or asylum seekers, or whatever you want to call them, will board this boat and we'll make our way back over to the UK.
LeaveEU press released it as an undercover investigation. The Mail Online reported it 2 days before the referendum, and so did the Express. It's now had more than 600,000 views.
Okay, so behind me, the UK. To get here, a 2.5-hour trip in moderate weather. No great shakes, an easy feat by anyone's standards.
The man fronting it is Phil Campion, a former SAS soldier who's become a bit of a media personality.
With me, I've brought 3 people who want to get into the UK. They're here now, and they will get in. We've been unopposed all the way over from the other side.
As the boat arrives in Folkestone, a few clues about who is in the boat. This man looks strikingly similar to the ones in the attack photos. He's wearing a jacket with a white hood and the distinctive black leather-like sleeves.
Look how dead it is.
We asked Phil Campion in to talk us through how this video came about.
These guys, they're not actually migrants, they're British?
Yeah, no, they're all British. They're all people I knew. They're just normal, regular lads, all ex-soldiers who decided to come on that trip with me. These were stages, these were stooges. The point of the thing was how simple it was. Now, they wouldn't have known they were stooges because they never stopped me.
So obviously you were doing this for a purpose, because it was during the referendum. How does it come about? How do they ask you to do it?
Like I say, I didn't even know who it was going to, this video. I was just asked if I could do it, if I had the capability to do it, you know.
Was it LeaveEU that contacted you?
No, it was a friend of a friend.
What's the conversation that you have? Is it about...
Just, would it be possible, and would you be prepared to go and prove that this can be done? And I said, well, yes, it would be possible, and yes, I can prove it will be done, and how much are you going to pay me to do it?
Yeah.
Was basically the conversation.
How much did they pay you?
I'm not telling you.
After the referendum victory, both Arron Banks and Andy Wigmore reminisced about their undercover boat operation. Arron boasted about
hiring an SBS guy and our SAS chap to rent a boat and try to bring back illegal immigrants and show how easy it was to land in southern England.
Phil Campion has boasted about the video on a Sky News show, where he appears as a regular pundit.
The coming and going was as easy as popping in and out to the shop. Take a butcher's at this.
What Sky News couldn't have known is Phil Campion faked the order of events. Take a butcher's at this. We've traced the boat, and its GPS tracker shows what really happened. 2 days before crossing the channel, the boat travels from Dover to Deal, where this is filmed.
3 guys dropped from a rib into the UK, unopposed, absolutely.
Except they hadn't crossed the channel yet. The next day it goes from Dover to Folkestone, where 3 British men, who haven't actually left the British coast, simply clamber back into Britain.
This is broad daylight. I can do this whenever I like.
After a quick stop at Dover Marina, not far from the ferry port, the boat finally heads to France. When it comes back the next day, there are no drop-offs at Folkestone. It's just straight into Dover and their journey ends.
If you look at the closer-ups, they have the times on them.
Yeah, I can see the times, yeah.
You did various things.
Yeah.
We showed him our evidence and asked him if his video was faked.
What you're saying is we filmed that first?
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
No, we didn't film that first. That was filmed on the day, I'm sure. 100%. I'm sure that was filmed on the day. And the guys that came back with us.
So they were on the boat, and you
Yep.
film all this sequence of going to different ports in Kent on the day when you come back from France. But that's not what the log suggests.
It's not what the log's suggesting, no. But like I say, I can only quickly say that we brought those guys back from France and dropped them off in England on that day.
Because it does feel like what I see in that video is not what actually happened.
So what you're trying to do is set me up with, wherever you've got this stuff from, I don't know. But,
Well, I'm not trying to set you up, I'm just trying to get to the truth.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're in the middle of a campaign, and people were feeling very strongly on all sides. So it's quite important
And
that...
these borders are proven to be weak and fail.
Which is
And
the
that's what
point
we
you
set out to do.
which is the
And so
point you were
that's
trying
what
to
we've
make.
done.
But in
So
doing so,
I will cut the interview.
don't you think you deceive people?
I'm not deceiving anybody. I didn't cut the video. I didn't cut the footage. I gave them the footage they asked me for, okay?
So how did it work? You just filmed it all and you handed it over to them? Or?
I filmed the whole lot and handed it over, yeah.
Who did you hand it over
That was
to?
it. To a friend of a friend, like I said. I'm not prepared to drop names into this. I'm not telling you anything more. The interview finishes here as far as I'm concerned.
But why
All
not
right.
if you've done nothing wrong?
I haven't done anything wrong. Done nothing wrong whatsoever. So the interview finishes here. All right? Okay. Cut.
Fair enough. All right.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, cheers.
Remember Jonathan Pollen, the apparent SAS reservist now working for Arron Banks' private security company? We've learnt he was involved in editing and circulating this video. And that's not all. In emails we've seen, Pollen has boasted about using his links to the SAS to access classified information.
As you know, I'm officially in 21 now. I'm also going to be getting access to other UK security agencies related to IRM, GCHQ and 5 and 6, which all tie in quite well, so we don't want to rock the boat with that.
And Channel 4 News has seen emails suggesting Banks ordered a number of covert assignments during the campaign. Matthew Elliott, the chief exec of rival Brexit group Vote Leave, was apparently placed under surveillance. And 2 former City of London detectives were hired to dig into his business affairs. The findings were then provided to journalists to try to discredit Elliott. It's not clear if the private detectives worked for PRI.
Nobody's fault to stop us or do anything.
We showed our evidence to a member of Parliament's Media Select Committee.
Clearly fake news with a deliberate intention of stoking hatred and anti-immigrant feeling and rhetoric. Does all this make you concerned about disinformation in future elections? We have local government elections, we have potentially European Parliament elections, we might have a general election and we might have a second referendum. And we still have no regulation around digital campaigning and the sort of disinformation and fake news which will play a part in all of those elections unless some regulation is put in place.
Arron Banks has consistently accused broadcasters of peddling fake news.
Because Channel 4 are a propaganda channel. They're not a news channel.
We will let
That is why.
We will let our viewers make their
I
minds
think
up
your
about
viewers
that.
know what you are.
They certainly do.
Currently, there are no laws stopping campaigns publishing fakery online. So how are voters meant to decipher the fact from the deception?
Fatima Manji reporting. Well, we put all the claims in our report to Arron Banks and asked him for an interview. He responded by telling us Channel 4 is packed with ex-Guardian journalists and left-wing activists who create fake news for a living. The campaign must be doing something right to annoy all the right people consistently. Tomorrow night, we have another instalment of the Banks Files.
I've been getting